pipsqueak. Morning, Bubba. The Drinking Coffee Show with me, Tommy Loyd. Well, we're in the inside of the house studio this morning. It's kind of chilly outside in the garage. In Studio A, I could do it from out there, but I'm not fully dressed yet, and Pip wasn't ready to go out there yet, so we're coming to you live from Studio B this morning. Right out the gate, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Heinz Tomato Ketchup. Go like that. See there? It's good stuff. I like it on French fries. That's about all I use it for, but I'm sure you can find other things to use it for. I can tell you one thing, do not use it as toothpaste. It does not work as toothpaste. A few things to go over this morning. First of all, it's cold and windy. It was very windy yesterday. I scooped up a whole bunch of leaves and whatnot out of the pool, and that stuff's blowing all in the garage. It's a mess everywhere. I haven't even mowed the yard yet, and that thing's covered in leaves. I guess we have to discuss the Dallas Cowboys. They got whooped by the Falcons last week, in case you were asleep. And they're playing on Sunday Night Football tonight. Here in Texas, Dallas, they're playing the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be quite an entertaining game, I'm sure. Well, the Rat Rod project is coming along. I managed to go back to the fella I bought the 48 cab from, and he had the original hood for this truck, and I got that, and found a period correct tailgate for this thing. And then yesterday I was out at McKinney trade days. It's going on today too, if you got time to go out there. It's pretty good. Cowboy games tonight, so you got nothing to do, go out to McKinney trade days. Look it up on the internet. It's like Kenton trade days if you've ever been out there, except it's just a little bit smaller scale, a little bit closer to get to. A lot of the same vendors go out there. Anyway, I found a radiator out of a 1954 Chevrolet pickup. Got it for $35, and they guaranteed it's not leaking and it works. They restored an old 54 Chevy pickup, and they pulled it out to put a newer modern radiator in it, so this ought to work out just fine. I got the Durango home last weekend. I bought that 2003 Durango. Got a bargain on that, $300. Yeah, that's it. That's a lot of money. But anyway, I started stripping that thing down. I'm going to get it down to the frame and chassis, and we'll mount all this stuff on there, and then decide on what motor to put in as soon as I get going on that. But anyway, so enough of that. Thanksgiving week. So this week's coming up. This coming Thursday, there'll be another Cowboy game. I think they play the Chargers here at home on that one. Don't really want to talk about that yet. Let's get through the Philadelphia game first. See what else we got going on. Stars, you know, they do good one night and then terrible 2 nights in a row, and just, I don't know. If they don't get it into gear pretty quick, they're going to be out of the playoff race before it even really gets going. It's not supposed to happen like this with Dallas Stars hockey. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say. Are you looking behind me? Oh, yeah, there's some things behind me. It's like a giant Ouija board hanging up back there. I do not condone Ouija boards. Let me just tell you that right there. I bought that at that Spirit Halloween store around Halloween. It's they called it a big handkerchief. It's huge. I don't know quite the measurements on it, but that wall back there just had soundproofing on it, and I hung that up there for Halloween. I thought it looked cool. My wife didn't think I should even bring it in the house. She does not like Ouija boards. I've always kind of had an interest in them, but not to use them. I just like the way they look. They had an actual Ouija board game at that Spirit store. It was very expensive, so I didn't buy it. I had one when I was a kid. I don't know whatever happened to it, but they had placemats that look, and they're the same size as a Ouija board. I bought one of them for like $5. I got it down there in Studio A. I just have it sitting down there. As long as you don't have the game piece, that little heart thing that goes on there, and talk to these things, I think you're okay with them. So far. So good. Anyway, let's wrap it up here. Oh, one or two more things real quick. I posted something on my Facebook page this week by Dr. Stephen Greer. You may or may not be interested in UFOs, aliens, and stuff like that. I've got an interest in it. Have been for most of my life, and I dabble in research here and there. It's interesting. I think there's stuff out there, but this guy, he's unveiled some things that are quite interesting. I won't go into a lot on it. If you get time to go to YouTube and watch anything on Dr. Stephen Greer, check some of his stuff out. It's interesting what the U.S. government supposedly does with covering up this stuff and the way the whole world actually works. According to this guy, you have your government that is controlling us with this Trump and all that stuff, and then you got a secret government that is beyond and above these guys. Now, these are controlled by the people who own the gas and oil industry, which are in cahoots with all the big banks of the world. Gas and oil and banks. Imagine that. All of them combined together, and they actually rule the world. According to this guy. Interesting stuff. Check it out. I'm going to be working on a new drinking coffee show project. I'm going to try to incorporate this one little Sunday show into a 20 or 30 minute like regular TV show. I'm going to put bits and pieces of clips together and then edit it all together on my computer, try to make it look like it's a real TV show. If it works out, I'll post it and let y'all see what y'all think. And if I can do it, and then try to do several, if I continue to have the material or the time to do it, which is a problem. I got so many projects going on. Then I got plans on develop on drinking coffee show with Tommy Loyd, the movie. Oh, yeah, I can hardly wait myself. Anyway, that's the show for this week. Pipsqueak wants to go outside, so I gotta get out of here. You're drinking coffee with me, Tommy Loyd, and that fellow Pipsqueak, and have a good Thanksgiving. We'll see you next week. God bless.